How's it going, Jubitarians? This is Bradley Juby, and this is Top 10 Thursday, number 57, the Top 10 Oklahoma Sooner football players. We're going to go ahead and start at number 10 with Billy Vessels, the first true Oklahoma Sooner football superstar, and the very first Heisman Trophy winner, the Cleveland Comet. He was who had helped put Oklahoma Sooner football on the map in the early 50s. He helped the Sooners win the first national championship. And of course, he was Oklahoma's first ever Heisman Trophy winner. And at number 9, we have Adrian Peterson. He could run all day. And he did run all day. Except for when he was injured, of course. But he would always... he just ran with passion. And had it not been for injuries, he would have probably won a Heisman Trophy or two. He could have won 3 Heisman Trophies if he didn't get hurt a lot, but anyway. Or even 4 Heisman Trophy winners if he'd stayed his senior year. That would have been awesome, but he wanted to take the money, so he took the money. He went to the Vikings and all that other stuff. Number 8, Sam Bradford. The 5th Heisman Trophy winner. He was pretty much Bob Stoops' best pocket passer. I mean, although I think he did benefit from a good offensive line back in 07 and 08, but he was one of the best passers. He kind of was a bit of a runner too, but not like a Baker Mayfield or a Kyler Murray. But you give him a good offensive line, you give him all day, and he'll make a play. That's Sam Bradford for you. Number 7, I got Greg Pruitt. Then offensive coordinator Barry Switzer gave him a nice little t-shirt that said hello on the front and goodbye on the back. That's who he was. He was the very first Oklahoma wishbone running back. And believe me, he made the wishbone something special. That 1971 team was probably the best team that Oklahoma ever had not to win the national championship. So, at number 6, we got Joe Washington. Little Joe with the silver shoes, and he was smoked through a keyhole, as Texas coach Darrell Royal said. I'm telling you, I mean, not only was he a running back, he could return punts and kickoffs, and when he did, he made something happen. And he was a real playmaker. Sorry. Number 5, we've got Steve Owens. Oklahoma's 2nd Heisman Trophy winner. And boy, was he something special too. From Miami, Oklahoma, that guy was... you give him that football, he'll make something of it. I think in the 1969 Bedlam game, he had, I don't know, 50-something carries in a game. That's like unheard of. You probably couldn't do that in today's football. But man, Steve Owens, he just had something. They all have something, but... At number 4, we're going to go a little bit more recent, and this is Baker Mayfield. Mr. Plant the Flag. We only had him for 3 years, but in all those 3 years, he was something special. He was magic. He was Sooner Magic personified. That win, that comeback win at Tennessee, the win at Ohio State, Bedlam wins. He planted the flag at Ohio State. I mean, this guy could run, he could throw. I hope he makes it in the NFL. He's a once-in-a-generation talent that better not be wasted. If the Browns waste him, I'm going to be mad. But I'm going to miss him, but I like Kyler Murray, though. He's done phenomenal. Alright, at number 3, we have Leroy Selman, 1/3 of the Selman brothers. Too bad I couldn't put all 3 Selman brothers on here, but Leroy Selman was one of the best defensive linemen in Oklahoma history. And not just Oklahoma history, but in the history of college football. He's what helped Barry Switzer win 2 national titles in his first 3 years as head coach. Along with Joe Washington and Steve Davis and all those guys, but like they always say, defense wins championships. Are you listening, Mike Stoops? Too bad we don't have a Leroy Selman on this defense. We've got some guys, but if the Selman brothers were playing defense, well, it'd be a different game. We'll go with the defensive player again for number 2, and that, of course, is the Boz, Brian Bosworth. The guy could tackle, he could wrestle a guy down. I'm surprised he didn't become a pro wrestler, to be honest with you, but I know there were some juices that he was using in his time at OU, but regardless, just a phenomenal player and quite a colorful personality, although he regrets a lot of what he did back in the day, but of course, if you haven't watched it, it's the 30 for 30 called Brian and the Boz. You gotta watch it. It's one of the best 30 for 30s ever. But back in the mid-'80s, the Boz was just phenomenal, to say the least. And of course, at number 1 is, of course, Oklahoma's 3rd Heisman Trophy winner, Billy Sims. The master of Boomer Q and Kung Fu Billy, as he was known in the NFL, because he would spin and kick and jump. I'm telling you, those wishbone running backs back in the 70s for OU, they were all phenomenal, but something about Billy just stands out. And even to this day, he just has a personality that just... he's just so enthusiastic. Because, I mean, he's helped put Sooner football on the map, so he has the right to be a little bit goofy. And every time he goes boomer at the Heisman Trophy ceremony, when a Sooner player wins the Heisman, I'm always going Sooner. Because that's what Sooners do. Alright, well that's Top 10 Thursday for this week. Don't forget, Free Format Fridays tomorrow. Get your questions in by tomorrow morning. Suggestions Saturday will be from Victor Lyons, because he answered my question right. And don't forget OU and Army at 6 o'clock on pay-per-view or on the radio. Alright, this is Bradley Juby saying peace out and Boomer Sooner.